whether you are going to export or roast it, it's important to be able to analyze clearly what sort of defects your final product has and be able to meet the criteria of your customer. When analyzing green coffee, we have several standards. However, the one that we use is the one generated by the SCA. You will need 350 grams of green coffee, 100 grams of roasted coffee, and a clean table to analyze it. In the criteria to analyze green coffee, you'll need to know that the coffee needs to be between 10 to 12% moisture content. It needs to be clean. You need to determine the color of the coffee bean. You will need to be able to look at the bean and evaluate the water activity. It should be below 0.7, and it is important to evaluate the odor or the smell of this green coffee. To evaluate the green coffee, we have category 1 and category 2 defects. Category 1 are the defects that are most likely going to affect the final cup flavor, and category 2 defects are the ones that probably are going to affect the cup flavor. All of these defects have different equivalences. When analyzing the green coffee bean, each category is sorted out individually. Whenever you find a coffee bean that has multiple defects on it, you will need to select the one that impacts most of the quality. Therefore, you will have to tend to look for category 1 defects in the most of it. Category 1 defects are full black, full sour, dry cherry, fungus damage, foreign matter, and severe insect damage. The first 5 are the ones that one bean is equivalent to one full defect. However, for severe insect damage, 5 beans will be equivalent to one defect. This needs to be counted in complete units. If you have 4 severe insect damage, it won't count as a defect. If you have 7 severe insect damage, it will count only as one full defect. Category 2 defects are partial black and partial sour. The equivalence of these defects is 3 beans are equivalent to 1. Parchment, floaters, immature, withered, shells, broken, whole are an equivalence of 5 to 1, and slight insect damage is 10 beans are equivalent to 1. The same criteria for category 1 defects is that you have to count full units. To be able to meet the SCA criteria for a specialty coffee grade lot, you will have to count 0 category 1 defects, up to 5 category 2 defects, and 0 Quakers in 100 grams of roasted coffee. Most of the defects will come from cherry collection and processing in the wet mill and in the dry mill facility. Full sours and full blacks are often coffee beans that were left in the coffee field to be dried in the tree. The defects of cut, broken, partial black and partial sours are often generated throughout the process of doing pulping. In this, if the equipment is not well calibrated, it will often chip out some of the beans, or if the beans are left out fermenting in the equipment, they will often go to partial or full sours. It is important to be always cleaning your equipment and making sure that all of the coffee is processed adequately. Foreign matter, parchment, and shells are often products or defects that are obtained during the dry milling process. Fungus is an important defect to be aware of because within coffee, filamental fungi can develop, and these could lead to okra toxins, which won't be removed through the roasting process. Therefore, you need to be aware that coffee should be stored or exported below 0.7 water activity. When analyzing green coffee, it is important that you understand the parameters of your buyer, and in this way you will know and you will try to achieve a healthy relationship within customer and producer. Analyzing green coffee will let you see the potential risk and the potential effort that you need to do in sorting the green coffee beans.